Hey guys, it's Anastasia, and today I will be showing you how I will be making my almond flour bread mix, which is all organic, no grains, no sugar, and I wanted to share exactly what I'm putting into these mixes that I will be selling. And I want to start with the importance of having your hair up, which is one of my pet peeves, and I will always make sure that whatever cook or wherever I go, they have their hair up, preferably even in hair nets. And then the next is washing your hands. So I got hot water, and you want to wash for 20 seconds with a good antibacterial soap. And so it's very important before you start cooking that you make sure you have your hair up and your hands are clean. And now let's get started with the mixes. So I'm using mason jars because these are glass, BPA free. I learned a while back how important it was to store your food in glass versus plastic because you don't want any of that plastic getting into your food, so that's why I'm using the glass jars. And then I have all of my ingredients here. This is organic coconut oil. It's unrefined. I always get unrefined or first cold press. That's the most natural coconut oil you'll get. And then Bob's Red Mill, it's a great brand. I got the baking soda. Here is my almond flour, a huge bag. And then my organic coconut flour as well. And then lastly, my organic Italian seasoning that I'll be putting in, just a limited edition of the mixes, which has oregano, basil, marjoram, sage, and garlic. So these are the exact products and brands that I will be putting into my mixes to sell. And so a big thing for me is transparency and knowing exactly what's going into my mixes or my meals. And if there's anything that, if you would like to purchase any of the mixes, but you want to alter it a little bit, just reach out to me and I can buy those particular brands. But that's what I'm going to be putting into it. Let's get started. 2 cups of almond flour, and this is a batch that's going to be good for more like a single serving, but if you'd like to double the recipe, I can make those as well. So 2 cups of almond flour. Next is 1/4 cup of my organic coconut flour. And then 1/2 teaspoon of this baking soda. Just about 1/2 tablespoon of this Italian seasoning in 1/2 of my jars that I'm going to be selling. The other ones will not have any of the seasoning in it. I'm also going to be making a chocolate version of the almond flour bread out of cacao. So I use a superfood cacao, and I will be putting a little bit of that in my mixes. I'm actually gonna leave out the coconut oil, but I wanted to show you guys what kind of coconut oil I use for my mix. So this is all of your dry ingredients in here. So when you get your mix, I will have a separate video on my YouTube channel, and I'll have it linked with the mix when you buy it so that you can go and see a step-by-step of how I make the mix as if I just purchased this myself. And then all you need to add in is your coconut oil, 2 eggs, and then a little bit of sea salt, or you can leave the pink Himalayan sea salt out. So it's just mixing up your wet ingredients with your dry, and then you'll place it into a baking pan and bake it, or you can put it in a crock pot. I'll have a lot of information on both ways to do that. But these are my mixes. So I will begin selling these I'm gonna start with just my almond flour bread mix for now, but if you guys would like me to do my pancake mixture, which is pretty similar, or cupcakes, muffins, anything like that, I would be happy to make some mixes to sell of those as well. I'm also thinking about doing smoothie cups in the same mason jars. So let me know what your thoughts are on smoothie cups. Shaker salads is another idea on what you guys might want from me to make. And then I will have the method on how to make this almond flour bread on the, when you buy it, it'll come with it. And then I'm gonna have a link to the YouTube so you can see the step-by-step, the ingredients list, which you've seen me put exactly what's in the mason jars right here. And then just a little bit of my Instagram account, which is keto_stasia. And then my Facebook, YouTube channel, all under the same username. For ways that you can find me, reach out to me, leave me comments, let me know if there's something specific that you would like to see from me or to have selling, and leave me any feedback on how you like the mix. So this is what I'll be doing over the next few weeks to see if you guys would like to have your own almond flour mix. Also, I will be labeling these, which I wanted to show you. These are dissolvable labels, so they come off in warm water. So if you purchase the almond flour mix and you want to keep and reuse this jar, then all you have to do is run this through warm water and you can just remove the label. It's very simple. So I'm going to label this one right here. Very first label. I'm going to write a little something special on this one in a moment. And then I will be using this yarn to wrap around my thank you message, my method, and my ingredients on the jar. Wrapped around the jar. I'm going to hole punch them and then loop this yarn through and then wrap it around the top of the jar, so when you purchase it you can have all the information that you need attached to the jar. Like I said, you can just dissolve this label and then keep the jar, reuse it. You can use it for other food storage or even put a plant in it, or any kind of marbles. And then I'm also going to be providing a incentive, so if you would like to purchase another almond flour mix from me, you can bring me back this jar and I will run it through the dishwasher, make sure it's sanitized, and then specifically give you back your jar, and I'll refill it with all of the ingredients so that you can have another almond flour mix, and I will take a percentage off of the price if you'd like to do that with me. So this is my mason jar, my almond flour mix. Thank you guys for watching. Leave me any feedback or recommendations or anything that you would like to see. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you have a good day.
Let's start cooking to inspire. Let's change the world through culinary.